I think we have the only spaniel that is scared of water. It's ridiculous.
He wants to go in.
I think he needs like another dog to reassure him. There's a heron over there, look. Waiting to pounce.
You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to drink it. Yeah, babe.
Can't drink it, can he? Ben! Mummy, I think he wants to do the ball.
So today is officially the last day of the Easter holidays before Arthur goes back to school. He's had 3 weeks off. And trying to entertain him for 3 weeks has been a nightmare. So I think we're all quite looking forward to him going back to school, himself included. So we're just out on a nice walk around the Rickmansworth Aquadrome. This is the river that we're staring at, guys. We're on the Pirates plank, aren't we? You're going to walk the plank? Oh my gosh.
Do you want to go all the way to the end and jump in there? For cannonball?
Benny, go in the water. Come on. Shall I just throw him in? What about Arthur? Shall I throw him in?
No.
Just water.
Don't you dare.
Don't you dare.
Just some water.
Well, Dad, come with me then.
It's ridiculous. Buying water for the dog.
I want some
It's Magdalena.
water. I want some water to make my sting better.
No. Arthur, what happened?
Walked into this thing and it was in you, so now
Ow!
I've got to put a duck leaf on it.
Oh dear.
I don't want to go in the park.
Why don't you want to go on the park?
Are we going to have to chop your leg off?
I just don't want to. No!
Oh.
If I can't.
What do you mean filming this? You're okay. Rub those pain gates.
Oh, don't fall in the water because of the sharks. No hands. Oh, just. Quick, quick, quick. Quick, get on it. Quick, get on it. Quick.
This is a lamb.
Next bit. Oh my God. Don't fall in that water because the sharks are going to gobble you up.
Oh, my hands.
After being out for the day, I went into the gym and did a leg and scapular workout. And I started the workout off with some squats. So what I wanted to really focus on was the contraction. So coming down with the squat and resting at the bottom for 1 second, driving my legs into the ground as hard as possible. So I'm trying to imagine I'm trying to push the floor away from me when I'm doing the squat. So really forcing my feet into the ground, and what that does is it really contracts through your quads and your glutes, so you're getting that muscle contraction, and by pausing at the bottom you're going to take any momentum out of it. So I did a warm-up set with just the bar, just to get the feel in, get the movement going. So I tend to like to warm up by doing the movements that I plan on doing and using the muscles that I'm going to use throughout that workout, not by doing any like running or anything on a treadmill. I want to go through the movement and gradually warm the muscle up that way. And then I moved on to 4 sets on there of 10 repetitions, and again, really focusing on that pause at the bottom to really squeeze the quads and get a really good contraction through the muscle. With the squat, you want to set yourself up so that the bar is not sitting too high up on your back. This is a mistake that a lot of people make. They let the bar rest too high up on the back, and it's almost forcing down on your spine and kind of rubbing on those vertebrae at the bottom of your neck. So what you want to do is you want to roll the bar down a little bit so it's resting more across your traps and muscles across your upper back, and you want to pull the bar into your back so it stays in place, and squeeze your shoulder blades back the whole time. So your upper body is in a fixed position and you can just focus on all of the force that you're generating through your legs, and your core is nice and tight, your upper body is nice and tight. You don't have to worry about anything else. After that, I supersetted that with standing calf raises using a dumbbell, and then just standing on the edge of the lifting platform. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to really focus on getting a good stretch through my calves at the bottom, and then get as high up as possible and get a really good squeeze and contraction by coming right up onto my toes. And what you also want to focus on when you're doing this to stop any kind of quad involvement is I tense my quads the whole time, so my legs are locked out dead straight. What a lot of people tend to do is they go too heavy and they don't go through a full range of motion, so they don't get that full stretch and that full contraction. And what they also do is they use their legs too much, so they use the quads too much by bending at the knee and just trying to shift a really heavy weight instead of tensing your quads and then focusing on that stretch and contraction. And I did 20 repetitions here, and all in all I did 4 sets on both of those exercises, supersetting between them both, really focusing on the muscle contraction and the form of each exercise. Then I came into some stiff leg deadlifts, and I used a resistance band tied around the rack. Now the idea behind this is that when you come up to the top, some people struggle to really engage their glutes at the top and feel that drive which makes them contract. So by having the resistance band, I'm stepping in with it around my waist and I'm taking a few steps forward so I could feel like the band's pulling me back. When I bend at my hips, the band loosens, and as I drive forward into the standing up position, I drive into the band and squeeze, and you can really get a really good glute contraction. So if you struggle with the technique with stiff leg deadlifts, you struggle to feel anything in your glutes or your hamstrings, then using a resistance band like that I find really helps. And then what I did is I supersetted that with some hanging scapular retractions. So hanging from a bar, and I had some weight around my waist, and you keep your arms locked out straight, so you're almost tensing your triceps so you don't bend at the elbow at all, because it's tempting to kind of come into a pull-up and use those bigger muscles. But what we're trying to do is work all the muscles around your scapula, your shoulder blades, your mid-trap, your rhomboids, and get them to work and get stronger by hanging dead straight and then just squeezing your shoulder blades back and forth. I think that this is severely overlooked when it comes to training. Everything in your upper body starts from your scapula and your shoulder blades, and if they're immobile and they're weak, then you're going to have bad posture, you're going to have probably shoulder problems, and you're just not going to be able to get as good a contraction when you're training other muscles, and you're not going to be able to get as strong, you're not going to be able to improve and get better at pull-ups. So I think people completely overlook scapular training. If you have a strong, mobile and stable scapula, it's going to improve your posture massively. It's going to pull all your shoulders and everything back. It's going to stop you from having any shoulder problems. So again, with both of these exercises, I supersetted between the both and did 4 sets of 10 reps on each. just to get, again, a good focus on the contractions on each exercise. After that, the next superset of exercises that I did was a hip thrust. So using a bench, hanging off the side of the bench, so just my upper back is across the bench, and then you're going to focus on dropping your hips down towards the floor and driving from your hips, really using that power, squeezing your glutes at the top. And the key thing here is to make sure that your chest and upper body moves with your hips. And I supersetted that with some scapular dips. So again, working on that scapular retraction and stability, keeping my arms locked out straight, so tensing my triceps the whole time, and dipping down and then shrugging up using my scapula. So working all that upper back again to get that strong. Again, I did 4 sets on both of those, and then to finish the workout I did walking lunges, the length for the gym, and I did 3 laps of that using, I think it was 15 kilogram dumbbells, focusing on keeping my shoulder blades squeezed back, chest up nice and tall, and I wanted my knees to touch the ground on each one, really focusing on that quad contraction. And then that was the end of that workout. So a really good leg workout and scapular workout. Don't overlook your scapula. It's incredibly important to strengthen those muscles all around your scapula and shoulder blades and get them stable and strong, and they're going to really improve the rest of your training and make a massive impact on your posture by pulling your shoulders and everything back. So that's the end of today's vlog. Thanks for checking it out. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one.